Hello, I'm Michael Glass from the FXcast Market Analysis team. This is our FXcast Market Analysis trading plan. In each of our videos, we try to identify high probability trading setups. We'll evaluate the gold chart to see if there's any leading sentiment. We will create a low volatility watch list, an inside bar watch list, and we'll review the economic calendar to see if there are any releases that could affect our open and new trades. As always, please send your comments and feedback to analysis@fxcast.com. We, as usual, are going to start off with our gold chart. We can see just the lovely move that we have made. And as we continue to say, it's all about your risk tolerance. If you're buying now, you're buying at a high price, but it doesn't mean gold can't go higher, as it has continued to do. If we zoom out for a second, you can kind of see just the beautiful chart that we've made here on the monthly charts. Quite lovely. So, we got a little pullback there, and then we've got sort of a rising three pattern that has confirmed, which we'll continue to see it just continue to push higher. Coming over to the daily chart, we can see we've jumped up the point of control all the way up to 1850, really just based upon this day here. And you can see the volume peaking out here. So 1850 now is the point of control as we cycled there for the end of Friday. So again, it's about your risk tolerance, but we can see gold is strong. So as we look at the dollar currency pairs, we can see first on the daily we have the pound dollar, and what was once resistance is now holding up a support. So 1.645-ish is holding up a support. We broke through, pulled back to it, the buyers brought it back up, pulled back to it, the buyers brought it back up. And of course right now we have sort of an inside bar going on. It's a little bit easier to see on the hourly chart, where we can see this price level in here. And what's that price level? 1.647, and we could take the time and drop it down, but you can see again, as on the daily, what was once resistance is now acting as support as we bounce. Now we broke our uptrend line, but we are continuing to bounce at our 1.645, 1.646 in that range. We can see that the dollar has taken control here today, which would allow for it to move a little bit lower. We got a little divergence, and that's why you see this peak down. But as they started to converge and come back towards each other, the pound started to make a move up. We can see the pound is continually averaging higher, whereas the dollar was moving sideways, spiked down, now it's coming up, and that's why you see this dollar in control. Move on to the euro dollar, and we can see our downtrend line continuing to hold up. We're trying to test it again here today. Don't forget about our 1.45 resistance level also that we're watching. And if you wanted to, we could draw an uptrend line here. Definitely can see a wedge beginning to form here on a daily chart. As my good friend David would say, I love my wedges. And when we come over here to the hourly, you can see this range 1.35, 1.45, 445 to be watched. We broke through it. It acted as resistance, and then notice that when we spiked back up through, we went right back to it and came back down, and then we tested it. So we're going to continue to watch those price levels. We can see fractionally the euro is in control, and when it took control is where we got our spike higher, and both are trending higher. So we're going to continue to watch this range on the daily, watch this downtrend line, and on the hourly, we're going to continue to watch these two price levels. Finally, we'll go to the dollar franc. And now we're just continuing to put in some inside bars, some side-by-side consolidation. The market is digesting this big push down, a quick move back up, and now it has to determine, are we going to continue to trend lower, or are we going to begin to start breaking that trend to push even higher to physically get to the 50 moving average or higher. Here we have a larger wedge that we are watching here, but you can also see, not wedge, support and resistance, I'm sorry. But you can also see we kind of broke this uptrend line here. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But we have a larger range that we're watching here because of this inside bar side-by-side consolidation. The franc is in control. The dollar tried to make a push, but the franc is basically in control. You can see the push up on the dollar and the slight move up here on the franc. So if the franc takes control, then on a daily we will see us break this 20 moving average. As we said, watch the low here of 0.771 to see if we get a push lower. As we come to our watch list, for our low volatility watch list, we're going to be watching the dollar franc. As you saw on the charts, it certainly has been in range. I'd like to see that range get a little bit smaller and see that breakout happen. For our inside bar watch list, we're going to be watching the dollar Canadian. Let's check out the economic calendar. You can see here for our economic calendar, we really don't have a lot going on. U.S. Fed national activity, not too much going on. But again, as we saw, there's a double-edged sword here. That means there won't be expected bad news reported. But at the same time, what can move the market and what has moved the market is commentary from presidents, finance ministers, and the likes. Last week when Germany and France met and they moved the market saying they were going to charge fees for financial activities. Um, Commentary about any country's debt and what they're going to do to solidify it. Those are the things we have to watch out, and especially over the weekends, we usually get something out of Asia or yeah, again, any type of commentary is what we have to watch for today, even though there's nothing scheduled. We would like to thank you for watching our FXcast market analysis. As we continue to improve and make adjustments so that you're getting value from our videos, we want you to take the time to give us feedback, give us comments, send us questions about what you would like to see in our videos, and you can send those comments and feedbacks to analysis@fxcast.com, or you can post to our daily forum. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.